Flosstube, welcome back. I know it's been a super long time. I'm sorry about that. Life gets busy. You get busy doing a different hobby. I've been quilting a lot, been doing a lot of quilt retreats and things like that. But today we have a lot to show because I have been stitching in between. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you have seen that I have still been stitching, though I haven't made any videos, because it's just a little here, a little there until I had enough to make a video. One moment. Okay, sorry, my Roomba came on as soon as I tried to start making this video. Doesn't that figure? Okay, so as I was saying, today is going to be a really big video because I do have a lot to show. I have 24 WIPS, y'all. I have 2 finishes. I have haul, and I also have 2 new starts. One I've actually stitched on, and one I have kitted to start. So without further ado, we're going to get down to this. Okay, some of these I do not have count for because I was like at quilt retreats and I would just pick it up and I would stitch some on some, and then I'd go back to quilting and then I'd come back and I'd stitch some. So some of them got more than their normal 100. As you know, I normally try to do 100 per project per month, and that hasn't really been happening, but I'm still kept them in their regular rotation, so nobody's getting way too many unless it's something I was trying to finish for this year. So, and like I said, I did get 2 finished, so I'm really happy about that. One of them is at the framers, and it's ready, so it probably won't be in this video because I'm probably going to pick it up tomorrow. But it will definitely be in the next video, and I will try to get back on my normal schedule of once a week or once every 2 weeks. I'm going to shoot for once every 2 weeks because right now I don't want to promise every week because I don't want to disappoint everybody. So, but I am back, and here we go. So 24 WIPS, and when I can give count, I will give you count. Okay, so, and dates, because these go back all the way to July, you guys. I know, it's so sad. I didn't stitch for quite a while. So this was July 14th. This is Sunflowers Farm, and it's by Corey Ibatakori. And as I always say, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's the best I can do. And that's what it looks like. My favorite color is yellow. My husband bought me this for Valentine's Day in 23. So I've been stitching on it for a minute. She is not one that was planned for a finish this year, so that's okay. She is on, let me see, 14 count Bestitch Me fabric called Hot Cocoa. And that is where I am on that. It looks really pretty on this fabric. It's so pretty. It's coming out so well. Like I said, she is not scheduled for a finish this year. So let me fold it in on itself so my stitches are all protected. There we go. And that one got 93 stitches. So then the next thing we had worked on, or I had worked on, wasn't again till the 23rd. So like, what, 9 days later, I did the Tiny Towns. And the Tiny Town, Big Hearted Tiny Town I worked on. It got 117 stitches. And it is on a Bestitch Me fabric called Lightly Salted, Not Roasted. And I don't have a whole lot to show, so I can just keep this folded small. And that's all she is currently. I may give this one and the patriotic one a couple days just so I can try to finish these up really quickly because they are smalls. And there's the patriotic, and it's in about the same spot because I did start them at the same time, and they do pretty much get the exact same amount of stitches every time I do them. So this one's like three buildings in, or 2 buildings and a tree, I suppose. So here go on that one. I would like to get those two done this year. That would be a good goal. This is also a goal for this year to finish. This is by the Colorado cross stitcher called Signpost Stitcher. It got more than 100 stitches. I did not count them, and it looks like that. And I am really close to finishing this one, so it's definitely down for my finish for this year. And here we go on it. And this is on a fabric called, it's by Fabric Flare, and it's called Nut. I just love this. I bought like a whole yard of it, and I have it in a couple different projects. And I still just love it. It's so pretty. And Fabric Flare is a printed product. So that's where she's at. But I think I've got the most of her done. The big house is done. So I just need some words at the bottom. I need to finish up some of the border and a few little things on it. But another couple days on that one, and I think she would be done too. So that's where she stands. Okay, so that was all for July. That's it. I know I did not stitch a lot in July. So now we're gonna scoot on over to August. August, we worked on, or I worked on, I don't know who we are because I'm the one over here stitching. I did 324. I am using all 324 colors in this, and I have finally finished row 1, you guys. Row 1. This would go so fast if I would just, you know, quickly knock these out. But I try to rotate, and to get the rotation, I have to stop and give everybody their time. So here's 324, and it is just on a white Aida. So that one got, did I say 113? 113 stitches. The next one we have is Beachcomber. It is by Carolyn Manning Designs. It's this beautiful blue one. I've been working on this one for a couple of years, since 2020. And if I don't start doing a little bit more on it, it's never going to get done. So maybe I need to start adding a couple hundred to these each time. So here's Beachcomber. It's maybe a third of the way done. No, a fourth of the way done, maybe. So it got 81 stitches, which is just one of these tiny squares. These are not 100, they are 81. One of those little squares. So maybe I'm gonna start doing 2 squares at a time or something on those, because they are it is a very simple stitch. I just gotta get to it. I have a friend, Tammy, who does these all the time. Hi, Tammy! She loves her Carolyn Manning, and I see them on her Instagram all the time. She's always posting, she's finished another one, she's finished another one, and I'm like, man, and I still have this one from 2020. Okay, so next I have Holiday Quaker. It got 112 stitches. For those of you who've been with me a while, you know I had finished these up here, all of this row, but I messed up on this one, and it was completely done. And that thing is huge. I had to rip the whole thing out because I put way too many stitches between this one and this one. So I had to rip the whole thing out, and I have begun putting it back now. I actually contemplating leaving it, and then in the end, we decided that, me and all of you decided that it would probably not be the best idea because it was going to throw everything inside off too. So I bit the bullet, pulled it out, restarted that one. So here she goes again. But this is what I have done of this one. And that is Holiday Quaker by Leela Studios. It got 112. So I actually wrote that one down. Good. Alright. Next is Happy Stitching. This is one yeah, this one will be finished this year, for sure. I may actually put a rush on this one because I'm that close to being done. I just literally have the house and the border and the initials on the last piece of this. So this is Happy Stitching by Sue Hillis Designs. And as you see, my daughter Courtney, who does all my back stitches, already caught up to me, and she's got all of that all caught up. Yeah, she hasn't worked in anything on the bottom, though I don't think it's required any yet. No, it has not. So yeah, she is completely caught up to me on that one. And that's what it's gonna look like when it's finished. So literally I have this house, and I literally have like this window and the steps done. That's it, that window and the steps. So we just have this house, that tree, the fence, and this, and the border. So if I give this a couple days just on its own, I think I can get that in for a finish. I would like to get a few more finished this year. That would be nice. And you'll see my new start has something to do with Happy Stitching. And I was going to wait for Happy Stitching to be done, but I couldn't wait any longer. So I had already bought it, so you'll see it when I show you that one. Okay, the next one I have is Jack Frost Tree Farm. It is a series by Little House Needleworks. This is the current square I am on. And it is a, I want to say 7-piece set, I want to say. And this is where I am. Jack Frost Tree Farm. So we are just starting up that square there. I worked on that. Worked on this one. When did I work on this one? Oh, this may be where I don't have dates anymore. Oh, nope, there it is. Just kidding. October, but I did pretty much skip September. In September, I did finish Liberty's Welcome, which is at the Framers, and I finished Autumn, which you'll see in a moment. Courtney has finished back stitching it, and when I pick up Liberty's Welcome, I may drop off Autumn. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Autumn myself or have him do it. Because the way when he frames them, you know, he puts the paper on the back, and I'm kind of wanting to be able to change out the one for Autumn. I'm thinking. Hello, Aspen. There goes Aspen. So, Jack Frost Farm. Anyway, 92 stitches. So, he's far from done. Definitely not going to be finished this year. Let's scooch up some more. Oh. All right, next we have His Eye is on the Sparrow. This is Heartstring Samplery. It is humongous. I have seen this stitched on a 14 count, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Normally, I don't do something like this because it just seems like it's so crowded to me. But when you actually stitch it, it is not. It's just a photograph because I guess because they have to make it so small, it looks so crowded, and I don't know. But here's where I'm at. I only have 4 little things done on it, but look how big. Look how big, y'all. Look at that. I just finished the little cow. Isn't he darling? And that border, oh, I love it, love it, love it. But this thing is going to be a monster, and this is the exact size it has to be. So, yes, she's going to be a very, very big girl, and she's going to be with us for quite a while, probably the next 5 years. Maybe longer. Okay, so that's his eyes on the sparrow. And it got 124 stitches. I was just finishing up the cow. He needed a leg and maybe a tail as I put the tail on him. It was either a leg or a tail, or maybe both. But he got it. So, next thing I worked on was Blue Rhapsody, which I have renamed Pink Rhapsody because I changed the colors in mine. Because I like pink better. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so ladies, if you haven't yet done so, please go get your mammograms. Very important. Okay, 1 moment, sorry. So anyway, this one got, this is in 2 different pinks, and Pink Rhapsody got 145 stitches. I worked on this, I believe at the retreat, at one of my retreats, I did the I and the J for 145 stitches. Okay, next thing I worked on was Christmas Village. And this one is a 4-part series, and this is the very first part. It was a mystery series. I do have the whole set now. So I am still on just this first set, so I'm just going to show the first set. I just put in these 2 little bunnies, so I'm almost halfway done with the first set, I'd say. Courtney has caught up with me pretty much and got all the back stitch done. Let me make sure you can see that. There we go. Isn't that adorable? It's so cute. Love it, love it, love it. So Christmas Village got 124 stitches. The last 2 down here. Well, they're not the last 2. They're the last 2 on this side of the table. I can't make it too long, or I can't get down there and reach them. So this is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. I'm sure most of you have seen this one. It has all the states in order that they came into the Union. And of course all your stars and your field of blue. I put in the last 2 of the blue ones up here. See how these are blue up at the top? Okay, we have all the blue now. And a few of the white. But once I did the math, I could do the 2 blue ones and it would equal 102. So I went ahead and finished those last 2. And this is what we have so far. It is on the Called For Ada. It's called Ale by Picture This Plus. It is in DMC Floss. And you can find out all that information on any of my Instagram if I don't happen to say it here. If you're not on Instagram, or 14 Count Ada Girl has a group, you can go on her group, and usually I post everything on that one as well. And so, or if you don't do social media, but you just do YouTube and you have a question on what something is on or what it is stitched with, ask me down in the comments. I'll be happy to look it up, find out whatever you need to know about it. Okay, so next I worked on Long Dog Samplers, 1 down, 3 across. I have never done a long dog, and this one looked a little less intimidating to me than most of the long dogs do. So I'm doing quite well on it. We have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. We did have the snow lines put in, but I didn't like the way they turned out, so Courtney ripped them out and is going to redo them differently. So that's the only change we've made on this. And then of course I added the R, so we are moving right along. And I am using B5200 on this. I have learned that on most all of my projects, I prefer B5200 when it calls for anything that's snow. When I don't use it and I use what's called for, it doesn't seem to come out as well. So, okay. Next we have a Leela Studio Spring Quaker. I don't know how many I did on this. I did this at the quilt retreat too. I would just take a break sometimes from quilting and I would go over to my cross stitch stand, which I had on the other side of the room, and I would work on something. And so I had this one out and I would try to work, you know, 100 some stitches or whatever. And so this one didn't get on Instagram. Nothing else after this got on Instagram. All these I'm about to show you. This is another one that's done in that fabric flare nut. And I worked on this one here. And it's coming up brown. It's more of a peachy brown. It's got a little bit of a brown to it, but it's more of a peachy. It's a beautiful color. I just love it. And it works really well with, you know, whatever color they had there. So that's where that one is. That's Spring Quaker, Leela Studios. Next, you can't have your spring without your summer, right? Nope, did I just say that wrong? Was that summer and this is, no, that's spring. That's the bag for it. Okay, that's spring. Now summer. Okay, so here's summer. Here we have Summer Quaker. By Leela Studios. This one I've done on an ivory. It's a plain ivory. I like ivory. So here we are with ivory. Worked on some crabs in the middle of this piece. So he's getting done. Slowly but surely there again. Kind of want to whittle down my WIPS, and then I think, oh well, I want to start this one in that one's place, so I'm not whittling down very well. Okay, what we got on top here? We have Autumn on the Farm. This one I worked on just a few days ago at the retreat, quilt retreat I was at. I actually started on the barn, you guys, right here. Remember, we were in grass for so long. It was grass. We are finally out of grass. I have worked on a lot of the wagon, and now I've got some red for the barn. I'm so excited. Here we go. And that grass went on forever. But now we've got some barn going, and I'm gonna finish up the wagon and the stuff in the wagon. Get everything on this side of it probably done, just up to the wagon. Probably just, you know, do the wagon maybe up to here. I don't know. I might end up going that way. I don't know yet. You never know until you're in the project, right? So, but that's Autumn on the Farm. That's Primrose Cottage Stitches. No idea how many you got. No idea. Okay. That. Then here is one of my new starts. And I told you, remember I said, oh, where's she at? I'm not going to be able to find it quick enough. Remember I was saying Happy Stitching. It was a lot like Happy Stitching. Okay, this one is Stitching Rules. And I really like this one. And this is also Primrose Cottage. I have a lot of Primrose Cottage, and this one got a lot. I was having so much fun with this new start. Like I said, I was at a quilt retreat, and when I would take a break, I would cross stitch for a while. So, and that one got all of those stitches, all of them. I don't know how many. I did not count them. I just kept stitching it. It was so much fun. It was hard for me to put that one down. So that's Stitching Rules by Primrose, with no count. Then I worked on Jack and Josie a little bit. And this is from for Finally a Farm Girl. And I worked on his little bandana that he's wearing right there. That's what I worked on. Got it all done. And he's just so cute. I just love him. It's so cute. Okay. And that one is done on Graceful Gray. In case anyone was wondering. Since I see it offhand right there. Okay. Laundry. She is slated for a finish this year. I'm on this little dress. This little dress right here that's got the clothespins in it. So we have this, and this to finish. I don't know, that's almost a full coverage. I mean, that whole thing is pretty much full coverage. It may not get done this year. I really want it to, but that's got a lot of stitching in it. I mean, that does too, but whew, I don't know. I'd really love for it to. Let me pull this one out because this one is so pretty. It's coming out so nice. Courtney has caught up to me in back stitch on it already. And it's just done on an ivory. And it's looking so, so good. Okay, wait that out so I can put that back on its cue set. And this one is by Bobby G Designs. This one is, people have asked me about this one. It is like a little bit of an older one, so it can be a little hard to find. But when I get it finished, it will be a giveaway because I always do the pass or stash on anything I finish. Now Autumn, I am not going to send the Autumn off because I'm probably going to wait till I get all 4 of the seasons done. That way I can send them all to one person. So it may be a while before anybody gets that one. So welcome to the North Pole. This one I started quite a long time ago too, 2023. And I'm not even past the first little bit here. I'm almost there though. I just finished up, I believe, the snow. Okay, I just have to fill in a little bit of things in the snow. If you can see these little blanks, they get this kind of light blue going in there. And then I get to move on to the next section. But I think it's coming out really, really pretty. I love the way the color is popping off of this Ada, which is called Golden Needle. And let's see, I don't think I changed anything. They use Classic Colorworks, and I changed it all to DMC, which they give you the conversion to DMC. I may have changed the white. Let me see what they asked for. No, they asked for B5200, so yeah, that's what I used. Like I said, if it calls for snow, I tend to just gravitate towards the B5200 because it just shows up so great on fabrics, on pretty much all fabric. Okay, so that is Welcome to North Pole by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Okay, this one is slated for a finish this year, I'm pretty sure. But there again, I'm going to have to give it some time to do it. I have the first part of it done. This is called An Act of Kindness by Sister Lou Stitches. And I have all of that done. I got the word wasted done. And I have the umbrella done. I have down to the umbrella, so I just need these pieces right here. So I think if I work at it a little bit more than 100 each time, I might be able to finish this by the end of the year. So this one might get extra stitching. And this is just on the blue Ada that was given to me. And that's what it looks like so far. I think it's looking really good on this blue Ada. Oh, I love it. It's a really good stitch. It's a really easy stitch. If you're like a beginner or something and you want something that's got a lot of color in it and it's got a lot of repetitive color. Like you got big blocks of color, like in that cloud. It's just one color, the whole cloud, which some people think that's pretty monotonous, but for a beginner, that's a good place to start, is in big chunks of one color. So you're not trying to switch threads and do all the things. So I highly recommend Sister Lou Stitches for beginner projects. Okay, and she's got some new ones out that I've been eyeing. I might be purchasing here in the future too. So there might be more Sister Lou Stitches. Okay, next is my Cottage Garden Samplings, The Shepherd, also known as the Peter Made Me Do It Sal. This is my friend Peter, works at my LNS, and he got me to do this. I love anything with a snowman, and he showed this to me, and I had already picked up this blue fabric, and I needed something to put on this beautiful blue fabric, and he said, "Oh, Tina, I got just the thing," and he walked over and he picked this up. And I said, "Oh, well, now it's the Peter Made Me Do It Sal." So here she is. She's got some more done on his coat. I just love his little vest. I had to do it. I had to get it done. And look at his little tie. All the little sheepies. Oh, it's coming together so nicely. I love it so much. Oh, it's a fun stitch. It really is. I really enjoy stitching on that one. She is not slated for a finish this year. And the last two are full coverages. So you know they're not slated for no finishes. We have Artisty's Peaceful Tranquility. I'll bring that in pretty close so you can see it. I have most of this tree and the sky to about there. So that's about what we got done right now. I don't have anything coming into the picture yet, but there she goes. But her tree looks really good. The clouds, look how good these clouds look, you guys. Look how good, I love them. These things are called Bob Ease, B-O-B-E-E-Z. I get them on Amazon. I don't have a link, but I could probably find you one if you wanted it. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. But I do like to do parking on my full coverage. This one just didn't feel like it needed one yet, so it gets a few more strands, it might get one. So that's where I am on that. You got 100 stitches. I love stitching full coverage. They're just a lot. I don't know. It's almost like a whole different type of stitch to me. I guess because you switch colors so often and stuff. And this one is, I got it on the back. This is by Fabric Arts Design on Etsy. It's called Snow Owls at Winter Forest because I could never remember the name of it. And I know a lot of you just love this one. And I am doing this one in a diagonal as well. And he is going right through here right now. I've just got the wee bit tops of his little head. Oh, and I can't wait till I get back down there again and get some more of his little head. Y'all see that? Look, he's getting a little head. So there we go. And the pine cones, they just pop out so nicely. Oh, it's coming together so nice. I would stitch on this day and night if I could, but I will never get anything done if I don't give them all a chance to. So I have to give everybody their chances. Okay, so let me show, that's all the WIPS. We got through all the WIPS, guys. That's it, all the WIPS. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this finish, which I already spoiled it and told you it was autumn. Autumn is done. Isn't she beautiful? Corny back stitched her all. Bring it up close. This little bird didn't even have a beak, so she gives it a beak, and I think it looks absolutely perfect. That's something I love about Courtney, is that if she sees something and it's back stitched one way and she doesn't care for it, she'll change it. And I tell her, free artistry, you go for it, because she's really good. She's a beautiful artist. She even put a beak on that crow there because he didn't have one either. She just redid the spider's web there because she said she didn't like how it was laying. But I thought it was beautiful. But that one, I may take in, I may actually buy a frame and try to do this one myself. When I do my diamond paintings, I get my frames from art2frames.com, and you can tell them the exact size you need and they'll send it to you, and they're reasonably priced in my opinion. And I want something that I can swap out, because my new start will be summer. I've had this kitted for like 2 years, waiting on autumn to get done. I was originally gonna start with summer, and then my friend Jenny, may she rest in peace, wanted to start autumn first. So we started autumn together, and I have just now finally finished autumn. So now I'm gonna go on to summer. And summer is being done on this beautiful lavender that I believe I bought just for it. It's a half a yard 14 count lavender called Whisper. I got it at 1, 2, 3 stitch. It's a little bit darker than what you're seeing, but not by much. It almost is looking gray in this light, but it's lavender. That's about the color right there. That's a better. There you go. So this one will be started next video. So I had 40, then I was down to finished Liberty's Welcome, made it 39. Then I finished Autumn, made it 38. This brings it back up to 39. And they, that other new one, the Stitching Rules, brings it back to 40. So we're back to 40. Oh, there's like 3 more I really want to start to, and one of them's in this pile. But I try not to. Oh, this is the one that looked like Happy Stitching, not Stitching Rules. Happy Quilting by Sue Hillis. So when I get Happy Stitching done, which I just showed, I just had that last little bit on that one to finish, I will probably pull this one and go ahead and swap them out for Happy Stitching for Happy Quilting, because now I do both. And that is just so super cute. Okay. By the way, this is my haul. I didn't mention that I moved a haul. This was really cute. This is called Life is a Stitch. Another Sue Hillis design. I do like Sue Hillis. Her stuff is really cute. And that has a little bit of everything on it. It's got sewing. It's got floss. It's got pin cushions. It says cross stitch on it. So it's got a little of both. Best of both worlds in my crafting world. Okay, and then, oh, it's hot in here. And then I bought the Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday. I don't know how big this thing is. I have to go online and look. But I bought a lot of them. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. It's going to be like a little city, I guess. I got the filling station. I got the bookstore because my daughter loves to read books. I got, what is this one? Oh, the pet store. I have dogs, so I had to have the pet store. Toy store, because every town needs a little toy store. And the needle workshop. Gotta have a place to go get your cross stitch. And you gotta have food, so let's go get some groceries. And then gotta mail our packages in the post office. Are these just not adorable? Y'all, they're so cute. And the quilt shop, and there were more. My budget just said, you best stop right now though. So I will go continue to look again, and now it's a new month, I got more money again. So if there's any more of that set that I want, I will go back and get that, because I got that where I have my Liberty's Welcome is being framed. Words are hard. Where Liberty Welcome is being framed, so tomorrow when I go there, I may see what I'm missing and maybe pick up a few more. So the last thing I have to show for today is Stitching is My Happy Hour. It's by Needle Bling Designs. Isn't that cute? Okay, and that is all I have for you today. This video did take a little more than my normal 30 minutes, but not too bad, not being I was all by myself and doing it all by myself. So as usual, I would like to say it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Please check your ladies friends, and make sure that they have all had their mammograms this year. And until next time, bye-bye.